Hi, everybody. Stay at home grandma, and I'm back in the art room. And I'm having a beautiful, quiet day. I made my dinner so he can eat, and I'm just up here working until about 8 o'clock, and then I'm going to go on Facebook Live and do some $5 selling. I'm not selling the D stash yet. I'm not finished with doing it. Anyway, let me show you what I did first. Okay, these are the CDs, and if you can see, let me get that light away from here. CDs. They're colored. And what's nice about these is that some of the silver I left in, that silver part, that mylar part, I believe is what it is. And some of it I scraped off, and some of it I just couldn't get off. So I was doing these in pinks. So I don't have that in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. But if you can, there's one I wanted you to see. Where's that one? This one? This one? This one. Where there's a silver on the side. And that's that mylar, I guess it is. That's what I call it. But it's that silver stuff that I scrape off. So, having said that, I am going to put them in the box, show you the other ones, and then do some more while I'm talking to you. So, then this didn't come out really good, but that was the rose. That was the paper towel one I did, and then that was the heart. That came out pretty good. It's just got little pieces around it, and I'll cut that. And that was the owl. Came up pretty good. Um, Got to work on it a little bit more. I think what I'm going to have to do is wet the paper towel a little more, but we'll see what happens with that. And then these are the balloons, the little balloons. I did 4 of those. And those are embellishments that I'm actually going to sell if I don't drop them. So those go in here along with these. Now, the other ones I did, like I said, I'm going to wet the paper towel just a little bit more because I think that, when you're doing the toilet paper, because, well, what they were using was not 2-ply, so, but this paper towel is a little bit heavy. But these are the ones I did with the plaster. It's the spackling, actually, lightweight spackling. And that's what I did. That was the lipstick. This was a perfume bottle. This was the makeup brush, eyebrow brush. These were the balloons. I did 3 of those. I did 3 of those. And that's the moon here. This is the makeup brush. That was done with the lightweight spackling. This was the owl. This was the owl. And this is the tree branch. So I'm going to put those in my D-stash case for the stash. And I'll do the D-stash probably tomorrow. I don't know whether I'm going to do it on Facebook Live or YouTube Live yet. I might do them on both. Who knows? But I've got so much stuff, and I have to get rid of some stuff. And then I've got like a whole bunch of stuff that was given to me, and I decided I would just sell it because it was given to me to do what I want. And just church that I extra money that I make so that we can have a food program. So anyway, I'm going to get this out. Now these are the discs, and this is I know that. This is how you take the again. This is how you take the. I'll take some of this tape off, and I'm going to leave. Some of this stuff on, and then I'm going to leave some on as well because um, I like the way it comes up when you put it in the oven. And I have an oven up here. However, I will probably use this oven this time because I brought some foil up now, so it won't be so hard. But I did the first batch. That's why I wanted you to see that first batch that was finished. I did that downstairs in the oven. And then I bought some foil up. I have to bring some foil up. I have to go to the store, I think, and buy some foil. So this should be easy to take off, but it's not. And I'm wondering why. Let's see something. Let's see. See. I'm not really sure. Let me try this. Now there was a couple of things that I was looking at yesterday, and there's a couple ways that you can actually get some of this off, and then get the front part off as well. But I don't have a refrigerator up here, and I don't have a stove up here either, so I'm not going to do it today. But eventually, I will have a refrigerator up here, and I will have water access. Well, that's what my husband keeps telling me anyway. So we'll see. So anyhow, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this piece. And I'm going to do one big piece and paint it with other colors. So how's everybody doing? I'm doing fine. I didn't go get the phones done yet because I'll go tomorrow because it was too icy. It warmed up a little bit though. We had a heat wave today. It was much warmer than it has been, so that was pretty good. But unbeknown to me, when I stepped outside to look for some mail and stuff like that, there was still ice on the stairs. So, and that's because my husband was telling me, and then I realized that's because the ground is still cold. So, but it should warm up over the next few days. Now, what's probably going to happen is that it's going to be cold again. So we have this piece and this piece. And what I'm going to do, actually, you know what? Let's slide it this way. Let's see what happens. Because, yeah, and I'm going to paint it. So let me get some paint out. Let's see, I did the other ones in pinks. So this one in. Let's see what colors I have. I've got all kinds of colors all over the place. I'm going to do it in a blue and yellow, and maybe a kind of a green. And those are new paints. So let's work with them, shall we? mixing them up. So anyway, how's your day going? What are you cooking today, by the way? I'm not cooking anything except I cooked already. We had some leftover hamburger that he made some tacos for the girls, and I doctored it up and made some sloppy joes. I don't like to waste anything. So that's yellow, and that is this is green, and then blue. I don't know why I picked blue though, but this is a dark blue. This is 726 something blue. I'm not really giving the name of any color. So, all right. So here's this. Let's see something. So, see if this will open up. I still think that this is not one piece. More than one piece. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. It just looks like it's for the one piece, but doesn't want to seem to open up at all. So I don't know. But I've got other things to do right now, so I'll fool with this later. So having said that, I'm going to pour a little bit of blue on here, and a little bit of green on here, a little bit of yellow on here. And my phone rang. See if there's anybody. Nobody been. You ever get those calls and they're from like different places and you don't know anybody there? Like I got some call from Milwaukee. I don't know that I. Let me say this. As far as I know, I don't know a soul in Milwaukee. I don't think I ever did. I don't even think I met anybody that came from there. But you never know. But you get these little calls on there and stuff like that, and they ring on the phone, and then they're either not there or they're trying to sell you the world. So I just don't answer the phone. I don't even let it go to voicemail. I just click it, hang it up, and I hang up on them. Kind of. And I do it in a very nice way. I don't hang up on them and tell them don't ever call here again. I just hang up. But I mean, it's just crazy how they. And then you get these calls. I got one of the calls from Pakistan or something like. I know it was from Pakistan, but they tell you that you owe money to the IRS. Yeah, right. If I just paid my taxes, I'm gonna put that down so you can see what I'm doing. And then what's the other one? Oh, this is crazy things. They don't have anything better to do with themselves. Okay, so I'm gonna do some blue first, and I'm gonna put it on ever so gently. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put blue all the way over there. But then I'll add the green and the yellow. So that it has like a blue, but then it'll have like green and yellow highlights in it as well. Now I'm going to clean that out. So it probably looks like a big mess now, but if you see that the first ones that I did, and I melted them so you could see them, once they melt down, they are very pretty. And again, I learned this from Secret Soto and Irene McGlinnis, I think it is. If you look at the other one, if you look at my other feed, my other video, you'll see that their names are there. And I'm going to add the yellow. And I kind of mixed it with the green. You should be able to see it, but I'll show it to you too. Okay, so I'm going to clean this off in a minute. So I have that mixed. And it's mixed in and it blends in. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on top like this. I'll put this over the side to dry. Okay. Seriously. So this will dry. And then we will bake this later. And I think I'll use my oven up here. I have a clay, well, it's a craft oven. And let me tell you about this craft oven I got. I got this from Michael's, I'm going to say, about 5 or 6 years ago. Well, no, yeah, because I retired. I think it's been 5 years. I haven't even really looked. Okay. Whenever I had the stroke, I retired the year after that. So, it's all this off. So, anyway, so right before I retired, because we would do like art therapy in my office, and write journals and everything, and write different things, and I had a really good rapport with the kids and their parents. Okay, so anyway, I was going through Michael's one day, and I said, about a month before that, I said I have to get a craft oven, but I don't know where to get one at or anything like that, even if they make one actually. And I was wandering through Michael's one day, just looking around because they had some sales on some things, and you know how you do. And while I'm there, these are the pieces, by the way. While I'm there, I'm looking and I'm looking, and I finally see. I want to see if I can get this open. And I finally see the ovens. And I thought they had them. I had never seen one before. I don't even think I heard of it until recently, since I've been on here. But I finally see one, and I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm saying, oh, they're just too expensive, because they were like I'm saying this is about 5 or 6 years ago. So they were like, I want to say about $50, $60. And I said, I don't think I want to spend that for that. And I'm happen to walk away and I see a couple of them on sale. So I looked at them and I looked at them and then they were marked down quite a bit. But then what happened, I had a coupon. I forgot what it was, but I ended up paying $12 for it. So I really bought that. I stole it, kind of. But there were two of them left. And I bought one. And when I was going up to the cash register, the lady said, "Where'd you get that?" And I said, the lady was walking down and she walked past me and she said, and it had a big sale sign on it. I said, in there, over there, and wherever. And she said, "Well, is it on sale?" I said, "Yeah." And I said, "But if you have a coupon, it'll be even cheaper." And she's like, "I'm going to go get the last one before." So, how many? No, she asked me how many were there. And I said, "There's only one more left." So she said, "Yeah, I'm going to go get that." She said, "Because that's a steal." And I'm saying, "Yeah, it sure is." So you never know. My mother always used to say, "Be careful what you ask for. You just might get it." That's very true. I can't see to open this anywhere. I mean, I've used all kind. I've used my pointy thing, my everything, and it just won't open. So I don't think it opens. So I'm not going to mess with it because I'm not going to stick my hand, get my hand all stuck up and everything like that. It ain't going to happen. So let's look at this one. Let's look at this one. So like I said, there is a way to get off this right here, but I forgot what it was. So we're going to do this. I think we're going to do something different. Okay. I think what we're going to do, I think I'll save this. I think I'll use this one. And this one. Okay. And we are going to make, let's kind of get it so that it coincides with the other one. So let's cut off this. And let's do this. Okay, so we got this. Now, put this down here. And we're going to get, I'm going to get, I'm going to get a pen. Let's see if we can, well, see if we can make a, yeah. Okay, so I made a heart. So we're going to hold this. And what I really do is I get a piece of tape. Now you can use a clip, So I just don't feel like looking for any because I don't feel like getting up looking for any. I hold it together, okay, and then I just cut it. And I really need my little scissors to do that. I have them right. 50 pair of scissors, right? Okay, can't find the little scissors. They're back there somewhere. I'll just use these and be quiet. Stop fussing about it. That broke off. That's because I have to try it again. I'll have to get my little scissors because, well, we'll save these pieces for something else. Let's get my little scissors first. Nope, they're not in there. Hope the kids didn't come here. No, they wouldn't do that. How will that last? I hope. Because I certainly can't. I have 2 or 3 here. I can't find one. Oh, here they are. Way back here. So let's try this again. Up. Okay. That might work. All right. So we'll try this again. Okay. What I want to do, because I can see inside there like that, is I'm going to trace it. So I traced it. That'll make it easy to cut. So I won't have to try to cut both of them at the same time. So when I traced it, it went away. Maybe because it was wet. I don't know. Okay, let's try something else because I'm not going to fool with this today. Let's make a couple of little. Let's freehand it. This is just so much easier to use. So I did a heart. Now I'm going to try it. Kind of hurt your fingers at times, but I'll break through it. Okay, so this is kind of what I have here is a little heart. Can you see that? Okay, so I'll put the rest of this in there because you never know what you might need this for. And I'm going to dry it really nicely. The other one's drying really nicely. I'm going to paint this, not blue though. I think I'm going to take it, make a purple one with just a little hint of red. I can find the red. Might have to do pink. But I don't feel like going through all the paint tonight. Let's see. So this is rose. I'll use a little bit of that. And I'll use some purple. I'm going to open this up. I've probably got a purple already open in another place, but I don't feel like looking for it right now. So you don't need a lot of paint. Let me shake it up though. Shake it up. Shake it up. Okay, that's enough. Just a little bit of rose. Or I might do, let's see how I can do this. Let me see if I can do one side. That yellow out of there. Yeah. So we will do one side purple. Okay. Put a lot of purple on it. Okay, that's done. I'll do one side pink. and see how it contrasts. I wonder how it'll do. I'm sure it'll do nicely in the when you bake it. Okay, so let's do the other side pink. So doing the other side pink. Of course, I flopped it over. Now, what I'm going to do, put a little more paint on, is I'm going to put the brush back in the water. I'm going to take this piece and this piece here and put them on top of each other. And then they'll dry. And then when they dry, we'll bake them. And we'll see how the contrast of the pink and the purple are. So those are stuck together and it makes no contrast now, but you'll see how when it dries and you put it in the oven, you'll see how it will do. So I've done 2 of those. Want to do one more? Then I guess we need to probably do some of that, the paper towel. So I have to wet it and see how it does. Because like I said, when I showed you earlier, it came out okay, but not like the spackling. So we have to probably try to experiment with that and see where the paper towel is going. Yeah. So let's do one more. So again, this is the CD. These are the ones that I broke and I cut. And let's take this one. Okay. Let's try to make it into a really cool shape. I still say that a little bit later. Looking for another shape that might be. Okay, let's take one of these. I probably should have thought about this because it's the dinner hour for a lot of people, but let's take this and this. This is the plain one, and this is the one with the silver tones on it, or the mylar tones, or the whatever they are. I think somebody else called something else. So, but like I said, getting this again, when they melt down like that, they are so pretty. And so that you get that silver tone in there, but it melts with the like these are all the ones I did in pink. And it melts with the mylar. I call it mylar, but and so that silver stuff, and it just makes it very pretty. And I did these in different various colors of pink. So again, for those people just coming in, this is what I did. And so let's take one other one. See where this one goes. So this is just, it's got some highlights in it of some silver, just a few pieces. And then now this side has a lot of broken silver. So let's see what we'll do with this without stabbing my hand. These really do hurt though if you I think, let's try. Okay, so I made a triangle, so to speak. And my drawing is not that good anymore. But it does what it has to do. So, having said that, give the other scissors for that for some reason. So that's one. It's a diamond shape. So a shape like that. I used to have an affinity for those mirrors when I was a young woman and a kid. When they first started having the Indian shops. Well, I come from Boston, so I used to go to Harvard Square a lot because I used to like the bookstores and everything. I just was a wanderer, and so I started going into these little Indian shops and stuff, and they had these little brown mirrors, and I used to love them, and I used to sew them into a lot of things that I made. And people would ask me, "Where do you get them from?" And I would tell them the Indian shop. I said, "The Indian shops? What Indian shops?" I'd be like, "Okay, never." I don't know what happened to the other one. I'll find it eventually. Okay, so this goes on top of here. So we're going to paint both sides of it. I'm going to paint one side of this. This paint is starting to bore me, but because I have so much paint, I just don't, like I said, feel like getting up and getting any more of it. This is toffee. This is, let's see. This is a natural tone, so. What is this one? You only need a couple of drops, so. I was telling my granddaughter the other day, you only need a little bit of paint, so. Because acrylic paint goes a long way. I throw things as I go along. Okay, so we're going to use the toffee. And we're going to put that so that the mirror side is up, but the mirror side is also on the back. So when it melts, like I said, it'll give it a good color. So you don't have to really worry about it because it's not going to actually be the color. That's the one thing. the one thing about recycling and upcycling is that when you find things like CDs and old books and lots of things, lots of things that you think, um, I'm a plastic girl and I love plastic. And you find, like bottle tops and bottle caps and pill bottles, which I'll show you how to melt down a pill bottle and what you can do with it. Okay. And you're going to find that there's something to recycling and upcycling that a lot of people will go past trash. Now, again, okay, I go past trash like everybody else does, but I have always seen the goodness in trash because one man's trash, as my mother used to say, and everybody else used to say, it's not her saying alone, is another man's treasure. So I put this in like this. Now I'm going to lay this on the mat and let it dry. And then, like I said, I have the oven up here, so I will put those in the oven tomorrow and see what happens, what comes of those. All right. So now we've got to figure out what we're going to do with, let me put this away, with the tissue paper. I mean, the paper towel, because, like I said, you can, this is all used toilet, it is not toilet paper. It is all used paper towel, but it is after they wipe their hands. And like I said, this right here um, can be used. Okay. So I'm going to see about this right here, which is actually, hmm, I want to mix it, but I have nothing to mix it in. That's crazy. Wait a minute. I'll be right back. Right back. Need to get up and stretch anyways. Okay, so I got something next to me. So anyway, a little bit of water. Might be too much water, but we'll see. Because I think we're going to have to wet this up just a little bit. Yeah, I think that that's going to work a whole lot better. Okay. So I'm going to use this brush right here. Let's see how that works. Let's do this rose first. We'll do one or two of these and then. What I should have done was I'll do the spackle one tomorrow probably with this because I wanted to try out this paper, see if this really works. Because it did work, okay, but like I said, it came out okay. But that was my first try. It might take a couple of days to dry because, okay, it's so wet. But I think that the paper towel being wet, so let's see. Okay, so I'm going to leave that in there. And I'm only going to do this one. I'll mess with this later. Now I'm gonna do some spackling. Wow, spackle this dress and stuff. That's not a bad idea. I should find what I did with all my I had some other ones. I had some leaves and things like that. I can't find them. Mm-mm-mm. So, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm almost done. I'm liking this. This is a quiet time. Nobody's around. Well, somebody's in the house, but there's no kids. My grandchildren. They love what they do. But oh, by the way, I'll put my granddaughter's um, webpage in the description box because she has a YouTube channel and she wants you all to join her. And they make slime. They made some good slime yesterday because they haven't been to school. They didn't go to school today either. You know what was funny? I don't know about that because I don't remember. I don't remember being out that much. And I come from New England, so but we didn't always have those days off like they have. Mainly because I think we walked to school too. So these are all the embellishments and things, and you can put these in your journals. Um, you can put them any way you want. I'm actually going to, like I said, I'm going to start destashing some of this, but I'll put some of this in my destash as well. But that's it. So I'll put those over there on the other table to dry, and I will see you in my next video. I love you. Take care. God bless. Bye bye.